All right. So, what aspect of creating music excites you the most?
Well, if you think about it, you are making something out of absolutely nothing. So little electrical signals fire in your neurons, and you make this thing that makes people feel um, and makes people think about their own existence and makes people feel glad to be alive. And um, that's incredible. That's incredible. It's just electricity going through your brain cells. It's bizarre, and I just think that's kind of the magic of art making.
So, what aspect of creating music do you find most discouraging then?
Discouraging.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, sometimes, see, I think that the creative urge is something that is always flowing, and you just have to be chilled out enough to hear it. And if ever I'm trying, or if I feel like I have a deadline or a project and I have to sit down and write, it never comes, and that can be really frustrating. Um, just sort of waiting for the muse. I inevitably have to get to a point where I have a sort of breakdown, and then you cross the threshold, and then you give up. You give up, you surrender, and that's when you hear all the music. So, yeah, that can be discouraging. It's not you can't pick up the phone and call it. It just you have to wait for it.
So, what's the most unusual place you've ever played a show or made a recording?
I remember singing a Weezer cover in the bathroom of a university when I was around like 1999, touring in the States. That's definitely the most unusual place I've ever played.
So, do you find the place that you've lived influences your musical style or taste?
Places where I've lived,
Yeah.
absolutely. I spend a lot of time in Puch Cove writing the scores for C, so that deeply affected me, being near the ocean and the whales and the people in Puch Cove. I spent a lot of time in Paris. That's definitely in my music somewhere. Sure.
Any advice for you to give me to try to get back the one that got away?
The one that got away. You poor soul. Keep the image of her in your mind.
And that, how do you deal with someone you don't like?
I think about why I don't like them, and it's usually because they are reflecting some part of myself that I don't like.
So, are you doing that right now with me?
No, because I actually really like you.
You get some funny responses to that one.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That's a few
Thank
questions.
you.
That's all I need.
Thank you.
All right.